The comment read, "Be careful what you say, Mendeecees." You know they're observing. Mendeecees chuckled, shaking his head. See? That's how deep this goes. They don't want me talking. But I ain't afraid. At that moment, the energy in the room shifted. This wasn't just about a dismissal anymore. This was about a cover-up. Mendeecees was implying that there was something larger happening behind the scenes, something that love and hip-hop didn't want out. And the more he talked, the clearer it became that someone had set him up. Then, out of nowhere, Yandy joined the live. The comments went wild. "Gee, Yandy's here. Is she about to expose him? What's going on?" Mendeecees saw her name pop up and smirked. "Oh, now you want to tune in? Now you want to see what I'm saying?" For a moment, there was silence. Then Yandy requested to attend the live. Mendeecees hesitated. He knew letting her on could take things to a whole new level. But at the same time, he had nothing to conceal. He accepted the request, and within seconds, Yandy's visage appeared next to his on the screen. She looked tense, her expression inscrutable. "Mendeecees," she continued, her voice softer than usual. "Are you sure you want to do this?" That question alone sent shockwaves through the audience. Fans immediately began speculating. Was she warning him? Was she attempting to stop him from saying too much? Or was she implicated in whatever had happened? Mendeecees folded his arms. "I don't gotta be sure. I already accomplished it." Yandy sighed, shaking her head. "Look, I know you're mad. I know you feel deceived. But broadcasting live like this. This ain't the way." Mendeecees laughed bitterly. "Nah, Yandy. The method was handling things behind closed doors. The way was trusting the people who were supposed to have my back. And imagine what? That didn't work out too well for me, get it?" Yandy's eyes flickered with something. Guilt? Frustration? It was hard to determine. But then she said something that changed everything. "You weren't fired, Mendeecees. You were set up." The comments exploded. Fans were going crazy. What did she mean? Who set him up? And why was she only saying this now? Mendeecees leaned forward, his mandible tightening. "Then tell him, Yandy. Tell him who did it." Yandy hesitated, glancing away for a moment. Then, with a deep inhale, she whispered, "It wasn't me, but I know who it was." Mendeecees' face went dark. He didn't say anything. He just gazed at her, the betrayal in his eyes cutting deep. The audience was on tension, waiting for her next words. But before she could speak, the live abruptly ended. Just like that, the screen went black. Fans were left in disbelief. Did the platform close it down? Did Mendeecees indict himself? Or was someone attempting to silence the truth? One thing was for sure, this was just the beginning of something much larger. And Mendeecees, he wasn't backing down. Mendeecees couldn't believe the tempest he had unleashed. His enigmatic social media post had sent shockwaves through the love and hip-hop fandom, and now everyone was demanding answers. The speculation was running wild, with theories varying from behind-the-scenes feuds to legal troubles catching up with him. But what Mendeecees had to say? That was something no one saw coming. As the internet erupted with speculation, Yandy was at home, striding back and forth. She had tried phoning Mendeecees multiple times, but he wasn't answering. She knew her husband, when he was forced into a corner, he either fought his way out or made a move so unpredictable that no one could see it coming. And right now, she feared he was about to do something foolhardy. The last thing they needed was more drama. But Mendeecees, he was weary of playing it safe. That night, a surprise Instagram live notification showed up. Mendeecees was going live. Thousands of fans joined instantaneously, eager to hear his side of the story. The screen flickered, and there he was, sitting in a dimly lit room, his face tense, his expression inscrutable. "Hey, listen up. Y'all been talking, y'all been speculating. But I'm about to set the record straight. They ain't gonna silence me no more." The conversation exploded. Viewers bombarded question marks, fire emojis, and frantic messages demanding to know what really went down. Mendeecees drew a deep breath before dropping the bombshell. They ain't fired me because of viewership. They ain't fired me because I ain't bringing drama. They fired me because I know too much. Silence, then pandemonium. Comments flooded in at rapid speed. People were losing their wits. Yandy, viewing from her phone, felt her stomach drop. What was he doing? Mendeecees leaned closer to the camera, his voice decreasing. This program, it ain't just a show. It's a business. And if you ain't playing the game how they want you to, they cast you out. But me, I peeped too much. I saw things I wasn't supposed to see. The audience was captivated. This wasn't just a disgruntled reality star lamenting about being let go. This was something greater. And it was clear Mendeecees wasn't afraid to go there. Yandy dialed his number again, panic setting in. What was he thinking? If he revealed too much, there could be serious consequences. But Mendeecees had already crossed that line. He was eager to expose it all. Let me tell y'all something about the meetings behind closed doors. About how they determine who gets to be the villain, who gets to be the fan favorite. You think this is real? You think these fights, these scandals just happened? Nah, they plan it all. And when you cease playing along, you get replaced. The viewers were eating it up. The comments were coming so fast that Instagram could scarcely keep up. Other reality TV stars began joining the live, dropping shocked emojis, trying to get him to spill even more. But before Mendeecees could continue, Yandy's name flashed on his screen. He hesitated. Answering would mean halting his momentum. Ignoring it, that could make things worse. He swiped to decline the call. Back at home, Yandy let out a frustrated sigh. Mendeecees, what are you doing? She muttered under her breath, snatching her keys. She had to get to him before this went too far. Meanwhile, Mona Scott Young, the mastermind behind Love and Hip Hop, had already been alerted. Her phone was vibrating nonstop. Producers, PR teams, even cast members were all reaching out, asking how they should manage this. This wasn't just a trivial outburst. This was a full-blown crisis. Mona wasn't the sort to panic. She had handled larger scandals before. But if Mendeecees was really about to disclose the inner workings of the show, that was hazardous, and it wasn't just perilous for him. A message showed up on Mendeecees' screen, "End this now." "You don't want this vapor." He smirked. They were terrified. "Good. See? They watching. They already trying to shut me up. But I ain't done. Let's talk about contracts. You all ever wonder why some people remain on the show for years and others vanish overnight? It ain't just about ratings. It's about control. And when you stop letting them control you, they cut you loose." At that instant, Yandy burst into the room. Mendeecees halt. She implored, reaching for his phone, but he pulled away. "Nah, Yandy, I'm done playing their game." Before she could argue, his screen abruptly went black. The live had been turned off. Fans were left in complete disbelief. Social media proliferated. Was he shut down by the network? Did someone from production step in? Or did Instagram cut him off owing to the sheer volume of traffic? No one knew. But one thing was certain, Mendeecees had just declared war on Love and Hip Hop, and he wasn't backing down. Mendeecees couldn't believe the tempest that had erupted around him. Ever since murmurs of his firing began, the reality TV world had been set on fire. But what really hurt was that so many people were turning their backs on him, people he had once considered family. And then the ultimate betrayal came when an insider from the production team leaked supposed official reasons for his removal, painting him as someone who was challenging to work with, someone who had become a liability to the show. Mendeecees was enraged. He had stayed mute for too long, but now it was time to clear his identity. He sat in his home, scrolling through endless comments and messages, some from admirers who were standing by him, but many others who had already written him off. Mendeecees got too comfortable, and they booted him. One comment read. Another claimed he believed he was untouchable. Yes, Mona proved him wrong. His phone buzzed nonstop with calls from reporters, erstwhile castmates, and even some industry insiders who wanted the real tea. But he wasn't ready to speak yet, not until he could tell his side of the story. Yandy, observing him from across the room, could see the fire in his eyes. "You can't let them control the narrative," she said, her voice firm but gentle. "You know how this industry works. If you stay quiet, they'll keep twisting the truth." Mendeecees exhaled sharply. "You think I don't know that? But this isn't just a straightforward misunderstanding. They're making me out to be something I'm not. And you know perfectly well that I didn't do half the things they're accusing me of." Yandy nodded, sitting beside him. "So what's the move? Because you staying cooped up in here reading comments isn't going to solve anything." Mendeecees ran a hand down his face before gazing up at her. "I'm going live. Tonight. And I'm going to set the record straight." Yandy's pupils widened. "Are you sure that's the best way? You know they'll try to twist whatever you say." "Let them try," Mendeecees shot back. "I'm not going to sit here and let them destroy my reputation. They want drama. I'll give them drama. But it'll be on my terms." As the hours passed, anticipation mounted. Mendeecees' name trended on social media, and even prominent gossip blogs teased that he was about to break his silence. Some speculated he would come clean about some behind-the-scenes scandal, while others believed he was about to make bombshell allegations against the producers. Regardless, one thing was clear: everyone was watching. When he eventually hit that live button on Instagram, thousands flooded in within seconds. The energy was electrifying. He looked directly into the camera, his face serious. "All right, let's get one thing straight right now," he began. "I wasn't fired because I was difficult. I wasn't fired because I caused trouble. I was fired because I refused to play their game any longer." The comment section erupted. People were demanding more details, asking what he meant, who he was referring to. Mendeecees leaned in, his voice steady but infused with emotion. "There's a lot y'all don't know about how this show really works. They wanted me to be part of something that went against everything I stand for. They wanted me to play along with some fake scripted mess that would make me look terrible. And when I said no, that's when they determined I was a problem. Backstage drama had always been a part of reality TV. But this was a blatant accusation. He wasn't just hinting at tension with the producers, he was outright alleging they had attempted to manipulate his storyline, and when he pushed back, they cut him loose. "So, what was it they wished you to do?" A fan's remark popped up on the screen, and Mendeecees smirked. "Let's just say, if I had gone along with their little plan, you would be seeing a completely different version of me on your screens. A version that ain't real. And that's not who I am." Just then, Yandy's voice could be heard in the background. "You sure you want to say all this?" Mendeecees turned slightly but didn't move away from the camera. "Yandy, I've been silent for too long, and look where that got me. It's time people know the truth." The live chat exploded with hypotheses. Some fans believed he was talking about a love triangle the producers wanted to promote. Others thought it had to do with fake conflicts with other cast members. But the most startling speculation came when a former castmate, an anonymous account that had worked with Mendeecees in the past, commented, "He ain't lying. They did the same thing to me." Mendeecees' eyes flickered as he read the comment. "See? I ain't the only one. They've been doing this for years, making people into villains, converting real lies into scripted mess just for ratings. And the second you stop playing along, you're out." The internet erupted. Multiple blogs started reporting on his claims in real time, and some former cast members even started alluding at their own experiences with the show's producers. It was pandemonium, but Mendeecees wasn't done yet. "Let me ask you something," he said, his voice firm. "Why do you think so many OGs from Love and Hip Hop just disappear out of nowhere? You all really think they all just decided to walk away? Or do you think some of them were pushed out?" The chat went wild. The conspiracy theories were running rampant now, and Mendeecees was at the center of it all. He had done what he set out to do. He had flipped the script, placed the producers under the spotlight, and changed the narrative. But what he didn't know was that this was just the commencement of an even bigger storm. Mendeecees couldn't believe the tempest that had erupted around him. Ever since murmurs of his firing began, The reality TV world had been set on fire. But what really hurt was that so many people were turning their backs on him, people he had once considered family. And then the ultimate betrayal came when an insider from the production team leaked supposed official reasons for his removal, painting him as someone who was challenging to work with, someone who had become a liability to the show. Mendeecees was enraged. He had stayed mute for too long, but now it was time to clear his identity. He sat in his home, scrolling through endless comments and messages, some from admirers who were standing by him, but many others who had already written him off. Mendeecees got too comfortable, and they booted him. One comment read. Another claimed he thought he was untouchable. Guess Mona proved him wrong. His phone buzzed nonstop with calls from reporters, former castmates, and even some industry insiders who wanted the real tea, but he wasn't ready to speak yet. Not until he could tell his side of the story. Yandy, observing him from across the room, could see the fire in his eyes. "You can't let them control the narrative," she said, her voice firm but gentle. "You know how this industry works. If you remain quiet, they'll keep twisting the truth." Mendeecees exhaled abruptly. "You think I don't know that? But this isn't just a simple misunderstanding. They're making me out to be something I'm not. And you know perfectly well that I didn't do half the things they're accusing me of." Yandy affirmed, sitting beside him. "So, what's the move? Because you're staying cooped up in here reading comments isn't going to fix anything." Mendeecees ran a hand down his face before looking up at her. "I'm going live. Tonight. And I'm going to set the record straight." Yandy's pupils widened. "Are you sure that's the best way? You know they'll attempt to twist whatever you say." "Let them try," Mendeecees shot back. "I'm not going to sit here and let them destroy my reputation. They want drama? I'll give them drama. But it'll be on